All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Matrix 201, the second Matrix class, where we're going to go ahead and jump into the system, set you guys up for success. Whenever you start searching for listings, I'm going to give you guys a lot of great recommendations to kind of narrow down your search so that you get it right. The other thing that we're going to do today is also set up a grid so that you guys have a full breakdown of all of these listings that are in the MLS as well. We're going to set up a market watch and a hot sheet, and I want to make sure you know the differences between creating a market watch and then creating your own customized hot sheets if you do work in very specific types of markets. For example, I would use a hot sheet whenever I work in maybe just looking at new construction type of property. If I work foreclosures as well, probate listings in the MLS, I want to show you how you can go into the system and then set up different types of hot sheets. Now, before we jump into the MLS, where am I? I'm on the main website, miamirealtors.com. I wanted to make sure to mention, as a member benefit, you do have the ability to receive the data that's in the multiple listing service via API if you do want to have listings up here on your website. If you're interested in enrolling to receive that information, you're going to go into the main website, miamirealtors.com. You're going to see the tabs located here at the top of the website. Stop right here where you see services. Hover your mouse over services. You're going to see a drop-down menu, and then you're going to go directly into the option IDX services. IDX means Internet Data Exchange. It just simply means that you're receiving the data for listings that appear on your website via this IDX feed, which is appropriated through a API. So you can go here. It's going to tell you exactly what it means, but I want to explain it in simple language. IDX just simply means you have the ability to receive the listings in the MLS whenever you have a consumer goes to your website and then they start to search for a property that they want to buy. All right, so we're going to move down real quick. I'm going to make this super duper basic and easy for you guys. There is one option when it comes to realtors or realtor associate members. If you want to receive the data directly from the Miami Association, you're going to use Bridge Interactive. You're going to go into the enrollment process, all of the information in order to receive access via Bridge. The explanation is located here. It's going to ask you to go into your gateway. You're going to locate this icon. It's going to say the Bridge Agreement Management. You're going to go through the process of enrolling. What that means is you're going to input your information, the name of your website, and if you do have a developer creating that website, you're going to include the developer's information so that you have access to the data so that that developer can begin creating your website directly for you. All right. Also, for those of you that do know how to receive the data directly from the MLS through the API feed, this is also an option for you. You would simply go through Bridge. I skipped Trestle, this one for a reason, Trestle. This is going to be for brokers or vendors that want to create a brokerage website or for a vendor to receive the data directly from the association. So again, Bridge is the free option for agents directly in order to receive the data so that listings appear on your website. Again, Bridge is assuming that you either know how to create a website or that you have a developer that is going to create your website for you. If you do not have one, meaning a person that is setting up your website and you want to maybe browse and see what options are available, you can go over to services, go over to IDX services, and then click on IDX vendors. I'm going to do that in just a moment, but I want to circle over to the left where we see the Matrix HTML frameable link. If you follow the instructions, this is going to tell you exactly how to create using IDX a frameable website that you can include within your primary website where not agents, I should say customers can go to your website and search from there. All right. I'm going to go back over to services. So if you don't have someone available to create your website, simply go under IDX services, click on IDX vendors, and then we already have vendors that we have vetted through that do have a membership with us that will create websites for you. Now, they're all different. They're not all going to have the exact same benefits. You do want to make sure that you go here. I will put this in the chat so you guys have access to it so that you can pick and choose. If you don't have a website provider already, you have different options that are available here in order to create that website. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep going. We're going to go into the Miami Gateway. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go directly into CoreLogic Matrix. All right. And once we're in CoreLogic Matrix, the very first thing that I want to make sure that I go over is the Market Watch. Now, this is customizable. You can look at the data in the MLS, looking at the past 24 hours, just today, the past 3 days, or the past 7 days. All right, if you do not customize your Market Watch, it's going to give you all of the changes that are happening now within the multiple listing service. You have different categories. You can see Market Watch that you have set up for single family homes condos, also known as the RE1, RE2 section of Matrix. You can set up a different Market Watch for residential land, a separate one for an investor Market Watch that maybe they want to purchase a duplex, triplex, or a quadplex. That is what we have here, which is RIN for residential income. You can set up a different one for rentals, maybe in your key area. Maybe you want to catch all of those price decreases for rentals. Maybe you have a tenant that's on a budget and you're waiting on some of those prices to go down. We can discover that under the price decrease. We're going to go over that in just a moment. Further down, you can also set one up for commercial land, commercial improved, and business opportunity. And here's the awesome one, cross property. You can create a Market Watch for all of these categories all at once under one Market Watch. All right. So if you don't set it up, it's automatically going to give you the changes that are happening within the past week, all the way down to 24 hours. It's going to let us know that we've had, for example, within the past week, 150 brand new listings that are not yet available for showings that are coming soon. We also have 3,278 brand new listings that are available for showings under the section new. Further down, we have the section here, which is back on market. Right now, we have a total of 1,039 within the past week. It's letting me know that we have a total of 1,039 properties that were previously unavailable. Maybe they were temporary off of the market or withdrawn, but they are now back on the market, and it looks like the seller's motivated to get the property sold. Further down, we have a total, and this is a beautiful thing to see, a total of, within the past week, 3,965 price decreases at this time. We're starting to see more property entered into the MLS within certain areas that is increasing that competitive nature, where we have homeowners lowering their prices. We also have, however, a total of 279 within the whole system. Within the past week, we do have a total of 279 price increases as a whole. Within the past week, we have a total of 1,554 listings that were placed as active with contract. Active with contract means that there's a pending sale on the property. There's a pending contract waiting on contingencies to go through. However, the homeowner is taking up backup offers. We have a total of 809 cancellations within the system, a total of 2,459 property within the past week that were updated as closed sale, meaning they were sold, a total of 1,365 that are pending sale, 0 that have been rented out. You're going to notice it says 0 here. The reason why it says that is we're in the category of single family condo. If we want to see rental data, we have to switch it directly to RNT Res Rental. That's where we're going to start seeing calculations for rented property in the MLS. I'm going to switch that back to single family condo. All right, we're going to keep going. And I want to go over the differences between these two. All right, we have a total of 428 property that have been placed off of the market, known as temporary off the market. We have another type of off market status by the name of withdrawn, but there is a little bit of a difference. Temporary off market means that the listing agent is confident that the property will be available again either now or within the next 90 days, meaning within the next 3 months. As to where withdrawn means that the agent is not confident at all if the property is going to be available again within the MLS system. So those are the differences between these two statuses. Withdrawn, guys, and I say this respectfully, as I mentioned in the previous class, I used to be the manager of the MLS department, and I did notice some agents, and it's not their fault. We have some countries out there, and I know this because I love football, soccer. Let me be more specific: soccer, football. When it comes to football or outside of the United States, withdrawn can mean canceled. However, in the MLS, withdrawn still means that there is an agreement in place between that seller and the brokerage. It's just unfortunately no longer available potentially for sale if someone places the listing as withdrawn. As to where canceled means that there was a full cancellation to that listing between the seller and that broker. Want to make sure I go over the differences between canceled and withdrawn. It's also letting us know that there is a total within the past week of 752 expired listings. Now, what you want to make sure that you do is customize this report based on your local market. In order to do so, go down to customize, give that a click. And then from there, you can select your exact market type. Maybe you just work condos. Under RES property type, you can simply just click on condo. If you're in the single family market, you can just click on single family, and then you can select the applicable property type that you want to receive data on here under the subtype, also known as type of property. We're going to keep this just general. I am going to select both single family and condo, co-op, villa, townhouse. However, if you were to ever just click on single family, your subtype is going to automatically change based on the data that's available for RE1 property, either mobile or single. I click on condo, co-op, villa, townhouse, it's going to change the subtype unless I select both. All right, excellent. We're going to keep going. From there, let's go ahead and look within a very specific market. Let's look at kind of like what we were doing earlier today with that 1004MC report. I'm going to type in Pembroke Pines, and you could get as close as you want. You can go over to the right if you just want to see market updates for example, 3.2s, you could do that. Or within, for example, maybe you want to create a market watch on just new construction. You can use the field year built. You could put something like, just as an example, 2023 plus, and anything that is brand new that hits the MLS that is considered new construction, you will receive only those property in your market watch. So again, this is however you want to customize it, but we're going to keep it a little general for this. We're going to go ahead and just put in Pembroke Pines, looking at the RE1, RE2 market. All right, from there, I'm going to click on save. And then voila, we have now customized the data to only look at market changes that are happening within the Pembroke Pines section. If you ever made a mistake, you want to go ahead and edit the information. Maybe you want to add multiple locations. You can click on customize. That's going to take you right back into your market watch. You can add, for example, multiple locations. You can come over here, type in that I want Pembroke Pines and Fort Lauderdale. It's going to allow you to select multiple areas. Or you can click on the double square right here. That's going to provide you with a pick list of other areas that you can select that's already built in. So for example, you want to look at Adventura, you just simply click on it, click on add. Maybe you want to search at the top left corner, type in, once again, Pembroke Pines. It's going to find any reference to the word Pembroke. You would just click on add. From there, you want to have another area, for example, Doral. I'm being a little broad for a reason. I'm going to type it in here, click on Doral, click on add. You can create a market watch on multiple cities if you want, or multiple zip codes. You can come here, type in, for example, 33149, 33031, 33036. You could just add the information that you want. I want to show you that there's multiple ways to do so. Another cool thing that you can do is for those of you that work maybe developments, communities, I should say. Maybe you work specific communities or specific buildings. You can use the field subdivision name and you'll just get a market watch on what's going on in that building. So I'm going to give you guys an example. 50 Biscayne, there are two towers, two condo towers. 450 Biscayne, you can come here under subdivision. What you're going to need to do, we're going to do this several times today. You would use a wild card. You would add an asterisk. You would type in 50 Biscayne asterisk. If you want to work maybe multiple towers, you could add a comma. You could hit another asterisk, and then you could put in, for example, Brickell icon, asterisk, and then you can get market updates on those buildings. Again, you can add as many as you want. The key goal is to add a comma, add the next name of the area that you want to include. For example, I'm going to include Emerald Hills as another subdivision. That one's going to be more for single family homes, but I want to show you that you can add as many as you want. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go back real quick. We're going to go back under city again. Let's keep this basic for now, but I want to show you in the system that you can customize it to your heart's content. I'm going to switch it back to the Pembroke Pines market. Click on save. All right. And if maybe you just want to clear everything out, right? Maybe you don't want to search anymore in Pembroke Pines. You can click on reset, and then that's going to set it back to the defaults, showing us all of the changes that are happening in the South Florida area. All right, so I did customize it. We are looking at the Pembroke Pines market. It's letting me know that we have one property that is coming soon, 80 that are brand new that were just added within the past week, 23 that are back on the market, a total of 69 that had a price decrease, 5 that had an increase, 25 that has gone under contract as active with contract, 17 canceled, 47 that were recorded as sold, which is beautiful. We always want to see that closed sale number being higher than expired. We also have a total of 30 as pending sale, 12 that went off of the market, 4 that went as withdrawn as well. Now, what I love about this menu is, for example, maybe this is your local market. Maybe you have a buyer in Pembroke Pines that wants to purchase. What is a clear motivation of a seller? A price decrease. So you can go into, for example, price decrease, give that a click, and it's going to show you all of the units. Again, we did single family, condo, villa, townhouse. It's going to show you all of the listings within the past week that had a price decrease. Now, let's go over this grid real quick. On the left, you have the photo icon. This will allow you to not have to click on the listing number in order to see the photos of the unit. You also have on the left a $sign. This will take you directly into the realist tax record of the property. I'm going to click on that real quick. We're going to go through it a little quickly. This is just bonus information. I want to show you some cool things that you can get directly from Realist if you do decide to look up a property. Now, as soon as you do so, it's going to take you into the Realist property record. What it will do is give you the owner's name, if it's occupied or not. This is being sold by an absentee owner. We know that by the owner occupation. It does say no. We have their tax mailing address. As you can see, they are a local owner, but they're based out of Sunrise. All right, we have the data according to the MLS. It is a 2-2. The sale price, the date that it was sold in the past, back in 2014, and we can see the value changes once we look down a little bit. So again, this is according to the county record. It's going to give us the information that it is a 2-2. It's going to let us know the last time that it sold back in 2014 at 108,000. Right there, the MLS square feet of 1,192. And if we move down a little bit, it's going to give us some great information that we can share. We can print it or email it. It's going to give us the community insights, the real estate information, the median home value. right there. The value rating, which is kind of low, right there. It's only saying that their valuation is at a 3 out of 10. The family friendly score, let me go and add that person. There you go. All right. Crime information, total crime risk score. I always get that question all the time. Where can we potentially get that information? We have it here in Realist. Trends in that local market, the school district, and their rating, as you can see. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. Let's go over real quick to the section market trends. This is what's new to Realist. I just wanted to show this off real quick. This is fantastic data. All right. Further down, once you get there, it's going to compare specifically, not the property, but the zip code of 33027, where the property is located that we clicked on in the Market Watch. It's going to let us know the total amount of sales count in the area is 63 as of this month. The average sale price in the area, again, this is looking at the total market. For example, the top of the market, the middle of the market, and including some of those teardowns towards the bottom of the market, giving us an average of 429,773. Total active listings, 308. The days on market, again, this is data points that if we do get a question by a customer, how long are these properties being listed in the MLS? How long is it going to take for us to get an offer and maybe sell the property? 54 days. Based on the days on market, that is the current average. It doesn't necessarily mean once they close. Let me be a little more general. It means how long on average all of the listings in the area are staying on the that have been on the market, I should say. 54. All right, the average price sale price per square feet is 238. The sell price to list price, homeowners are getting roughly 97% of their asking price. Now, we're not going to go through all of this. What I wanted to show you guys, because I get this question all the time, is how can I look at two different data sets? I know that we have access to sales that are happening in the MLS. How can I also show, if I do get asked by my customer, off-market sales? So you can come into the Realist report. You have the average sales price. Again, you can click on any property as long as you click on, let me go back real quick. As long as you click on the money sign and then you go into the market trends, you're going to be able to see this for any property that's on the market or off the market. We have the average sales price. So we have the ability to see two different data sets, MLS tax. So the current month, going back to March 24th, based on the sales that are happening in the area, on average, they're selling at 473,066 compared to the previous month of 465,467, which we have gone up in March 1.6%. Now we can compare the data. We could compare the data directly with tax and show our customer, if you were to potentially sell this property on your own, I want to show you that according to the data, according to tax data, homes are selling without an agent at 429,773 compared to if you list with me, you're going to likely get more. Once we sell, we're showing on average in the area properties being sold at 473,066. Again, a lot of great information. Don't want to spend too much time on Realist, but the market trends, guys, these reports are phenomenal. There's a lot of great resources built in here. All right, we're going to go back into the Market Watch. We also have access to the property data if we want to look at it from IMAP's perspective. And then we have the next row. This is going to let us know if the property is available for us to submit a showing request using showing time. Whenever we don't see the little showing time icon, it means that the agent has not enabled for us to schedule a request using showing time. What we would want to do is, for example, this second listing here at 6609 First Court, in order for us to see the property, if our buyer's interested, whenever we don't have the icon, we need to click on that listing number. From there, what we're going to need to do is scroll down and then see the section showing instructions. This is going to let me know how to schedule a request. The agent saying call listing agent and to use showing assist. Now, here's the thing. The showing time icon was not set up for the listing, so this agent would need to do so. However, they're letting us know that we can call them, and we have their telephone number here in the top right corner. Now, you may remember I did mention earlier in the Matrix 101, I did say to make sure that you go into the link section. Once you're there, go into the smart link section and make sure that you set up your defaults whenever you have listings in the MLS. That way you automatically have showing time enabled if that is what you want. Because the reason why I say that is showing time will not automatically be turned on unless you enable it. All right, so we're going to keep going. Let me go back real quick. All right, so if you did click on this property, if you did go here, you want to get back into your Market Watch grid, you're going to go right here where you see RE1, RE2 hot sheet display. You're going to give that a click. And then that's going to put you right back into your hot sheet. The next section that we have is the listing numbers. You're going to notice that some of them have an A, some of them may have an F. I don't have anything that says R, but I want to go over some of those differences. Whenever we see the letter A, it means that the listing was inputted by an agent that belongs to the Miami Association of Realtors. Whenever we see the F, it means that the agent belonged to the Fort Lauderdale Association of Realtors. If we see an R, we don't have any here, but if we do see R, it means that the property was entered by an agent that belongs to the Palm Beach Association. All right, I almost forgot to go over this little icon. Whenever we see this one, it's letting us know that the agent has scheduled an open house, and then we could look that up and see when it is. So we do have one up and coming on the 3rd of May between 4 to 6, located at 17946 Southwest 10th Lane, as you can see. All right, we're going to keep going. All right, so as I mentioned, we are looking at the price decrease market watch. This is going to let us see all of the units in the area that have had a price decrease. Now, we have this very first one that had a significant price decrease. It has gone down 10%. If we hover our mouse over that percentage, it will let us know how much they changed the price. You'll notice in gray, it's letting us know that the agent reduced the property from $209,000 to now being $190,000. Again, all you have to do, hover your mouse over the percentage, and it will tell you exactly that price decrease. All right, the next thing I want to go over real quick is the area numbers. These properties are located in the Palm Beach area. If you do not know how to search by area numbers or what area numbers are, they are primarily important when you input listings into the MLS. I would not necessarily suggest to search using area numbers. Now, we do have some veterans. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been with the board for 10 years. We do have some veterans out there that will call you, sometimes a buyer, sometimes a listing agent. They may reach out to you and they may say, the property is located in area 3000, or they might say the property that I'm in reference to might be in area 65. All right. Whenever they word things like that, I want to make sure that you know that you have a resource located here in the top right corner where you see hello, your name. You would click on hello, your name, and then from there, go here into the help index. All right, go into the help index. Now, if anyone ever says an area that's only 2 digits, for example, area 79, area 41, those are going to be property in the Miami area. They say something like 3,000, the property's in Broward. They say something like 4,000, that property's going to be in Palm Beach. But let me make sure that I give you guys access to all of the area maps. You're going to locate those again here. Hello, your name. Click on help. Go over here to the left and then click on area maps. We have the area maps for Fort Lauderdale, North Broward, all the way up to St. Lucie and Martin County right here available. Simply click on the one you want, click on the map, and it will provide you with the area numbers that you can see right here. All right, we're going to keep going. I'm going to go back into the hot sheet real quick. Whenever we see the green A, it's letting us know that all of these properties are active. We have the address, the listing office that put in the property, the current price, the bedrooms and bathrooms, and access to the living area directly using the Market Watch grid. Again, we're in the market watch. If you want to switch out of the price decrease section, for example, maybe you want to go into and see the brand new listings that were just added. Go here where you see price decrease, give that a click, and then you can switch your market watch into a different category. If you want to see the brand new listings that were just added, click on new. And then it'll take you straight to the ones that were just added here. All right, perfect. All right, so I did get a quick question from Liddell, asking me if you can customize this. Absolutely, you sure can. I was going to kind of wait to do that though in the searches, but let me go ahead and just show you that yes, you can. You can. For example, you want to input maybe a very specific, data within your grid that you're looking at. Maybe you want to add. I was going to wait to do this, but maybe you want to add days on market. You can come over here in any of the respective fields. I like to put my DOM right next to the multiple listing number. What you would do is hover your mouse here over the open space. You would click. Again, I'm going to do that again. You're going to go into the open space right next to the ML number. You're going to click, go down to insert column under search. If you want to add the DOM, which is the days on market, just simply type it out. You'll find it here, DOM grid, click on apply. And then you'll have the days on market, how long the property has been listed, available there. Now, in order for it to stay, this is the most important part. It won't stay unless you make it stay. In order to make it stay, come over here, click on the settings bar, and then click on set current display sort order and count per page as my hot sheet market watch starting default. That way, the next time you go into your market watch, you'll have DOM selected. Now, my goal is to give you guys a lot of great recommendations when it comes to your grid. We are going to do that in just a moment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it. So again, you want to switch between your different types of market watches, click the arrow, and then you can switch to maybe expired, withdrawn, pending from there. Or you can click on My Matrix. That's going to take you right back into the market watch section, also known as your main page, your dashboard, if you will, and then you can look at the different options from there. So again, that is a quick overview of a market watch. The next thing I want to show you guys real quick is how you can create tailorizing and creating very specific hot sheets under this section, hot sheet. All right, so we're going to go down real quick. All right, in order to create one brand new, if you don't create one, automatically they're going to work just like a market watch. It's going to show you all of the changes that are happening in the single family condo market, either the past 7 days, 3 days today, 24 hours. This session, meaning when you signed in. This session means when you signed in, new only, or you can create a custom range. Now, if you don't set them up, they're going to work just like your market watch. So the whole goal is to click here where you see your hot sheets. You want to click on customize. That way you can build a brand new hot sheet. Now, if you maybe made a mistake, you can click on restore to system defaults, click on OK, and it will reset all of the hot sheets that you have maybe changed. Again, I'm going over that because sometimes we're brand new. We have maybe made a mistake to one of the hot sheets we created. I want to make sure I show you that you can click on restore system defaults and it will set everything back to factory settings. All right, so what we're going to go and do is create a very specific type of hot sheet. We're going to focus on new construction. So I'm going to come over here, click on add, and then you can select the exact type of hot sheet. If you want to do one just for single family condo, all the way down to business opportunity. We're going to do a basic single family condo. And then here is where we name it. So we have to kind of know ahead of time the type of hot sheet that we want to create. So I'm going to say, for example, new construction, single family. I feel like I should be more specific. Let's do Pembroke Pines. For Pembroke Pines, all right, new construction, single family. Just put a point of reference that we know the area. All right, from there, I'm going to click on save, but we're not done. Once we create the hot sheet, we have to flesh it out with what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so in order, after you name it, in order to edit it and create and only see the type of listings you want, you go here where you see edit criteria. So again, we're focused on new construction. And what we want to do is see those brand new property as they hit the MLS. So we can do a couple of things using the change type. I want to see anything that's coming soon, that's new, maybe some of those new constructions that had a price decrease. And let's see if there's anything else. This is a good sample. We'll do coming soon, new, and price decrease, meaning anything that's had a price decrease, anything that just hit the MLS, and anything that just hit the MLS as coming soon. We're going to go over to year built. We're going to go ahead and say, again, just something super basic. We'll start at 2022, meaning any property that was built from 2022 up till now. We're going to go ahead and select under city, Pembroke Pines, right there. Going to give that a click. But again, you guys can, if you want, you can use zip codes if you want as well. You can use very specific buildings, complex areas, communities by using subdivision name. All right. Excellent, excellent. So again, I'm going to set up this hot sheet in mind for a customer that we have. They have expectations for that property. We're going to say anything that's a 3+ for bedrooms, meaning 3 or more, and then bathrooms, we're going to do also 2 or more as well. All right. So from there, you can go into the section days back. If you want to go maybe farther back in time, the system is designed to go back, for example, 7 days. You can go back if you want to your heart's content. All you have to do is just create a date range in here. Just going to use this as a point of reference. You can go back to January 1st of 2023 all the way up to today. Man, I can't get over how it's May already. May 1st, and then it will provide you all of the property between those time periods. All right. From there, we're going to keep it basic. Don't want to be too complicated. Pembroke Pines, new construction from 2022 and up that are 3.2s. Coming soon, new, and price decrease. From there, I'm going to click on save. All right. And then from there, we click on done. And then we can go directly into that hot sheet. We can click on new construction, single family, Pembroke Pines. And then that's going to give me 2 properties based on the data that I selected within the past week, all of the new construction properties based on the changes. Now, the only 2 that I have they look as though they are condos or townhomes. We're only getting the system is only detecting 2 changes based on the price decrease there. So we haven't had anything that's new construction in Pembroke Pines that is brand new, at least going back a week. Another one that you guys can create. I'm going to click on customize. Another one that you can do is I'll click on add. Some of us do different types of business. Again, I'm going to stay in the single family condo market. We're going to mix this up a little bit. We're going to say, for example, distressed. Let's be a little more general. Distressed deals, something like that as the name for single family condo. Click on save, edit criteria. All right. And then from there, what we can do is if you do work distressed, what do we mean by distress? For example, those homeowners that are behind on their payments and you want to set up a search and find those properties as they're being added into the MLS, just in case maybe an investor wants to purchase, again, a property that's considered a short sale that's in the MLS where the homeowner's behind on their payments, or maybe you want to find bank-owned properties that are being listed in the MLS. There is a way to do so. So we're going to do something kind of similar to what we did. I'm going to do new, back on the market. I'm going to make multiple selections, new, back on the market. Let's also do price decrease. That's also a good option for an investor. But we're going to need some additional fields. We're going to keep this a little general. I'm going to use, for this example, Broward County. I'm going to move down to additional fields, click on add remove. And you want to add these fields always. Whatever search you're doing, you always want to add REO. REO, which is short for real estate owned. All right, I'm going to go ahead and type in REO, click on REO. I feel like I'm almost saying Oreos. REO, I'm going to click on it, click on add. I'm going to add short sale. We see it under available fields. I'm going to click on it, click on add. All right. And then from there, we're going to click on back. All right. So we're going to use these in the opposite suggestion that I'm going to do in a little bit. I would suggest if you're looking for a property for a buyer that is the homeowner is not under distress, I would suggest to switch to use these fields each and every time. And HOPA, I would select REO no, in short sale no, making sure that we just find standard. What I mean by standard transactions is I mean those homes that are not under distress. All right. Why do I say that? Those can take a while to close. You want to make sure that you take a couple of different classes. We do have the CDPE, which is the Certified Distressed Property Expert, and you may want to get the certification from NAR, which is the SFR, the Short Sale Foreclosure Resource. All right. However, I'm doing the opposite for this search. What we're doing is we're tailorizing this hot sheet in the scenario that we have an investor that wants us to find bank-owned property or any property that's under distress where the homeowner has an agent listing it, they can no longer afford those properties. We're going to select for this one, Broward County and Miami-Dade. We're going to just be a little general there. I'm going to click on save. I'm going to click on done. All right. We can go into that distressed deal, click on distressed deals and see if we have any brand new property. We don't have any within the past week being added for short sales or distress. Now, what you want to make sure that you do though, here's what I want to make sure I teach you. Go into customize. I teach as a troubleshooter. I did this on purpose. Go into the distressed deals. Click on edit criteria. Here's what I want to make sure that we understand. Again, I teach as a troubleshooter. So what you want to make sure that you do is whenever you select two options that are not in alignment with each other, you can only select one. So let me make sure I explain this. An REO property is a bank-owned property. A short sale is a property that is still owned by the homeowner, but they're behind on mortgage payments. What you want to make sure that you do is only select, you would want to create two different hot sheets, one for REO and then one for short sale. So I'm going to go ahead and just select short sale. Yes. Click on save, click on done. And then this should, if there has been a property within the past week, it should yield results. There you go. So again, I did that on purpose so that you guys can see sometimes your data can stop you from seeing results. So again, if you do decide to work distressed deals, set up one for bank owned and then set up one for short sales. You select yes for both, they're going to cancel each other out and you will not render any results from there. All right, so we're going to go back, click on distressed deals, and then voila, we do have within the past week, specifically in Broward, we have these 4 available property that are under distress where the homeowner cannot afford. They're trying to sell them. We have 2 here that were under contract, pending sale. They are back now on the market. We have one that was off of the market, but it is now available again. And I did select price decreases. We have several that are under distress that have received a bit of a price decrease, as you can see here. All right, so we're going to keep going. All right, so I just wanted to spend a lot of great detail on the hot sheet. That is going to be the first thing that I would want you guys to start setting up before you start going into the MLS conducting searches. We're going to turn this around. We are going to go ahead and start doing some searches now. I'm going to go under search. I am going to go ahead and click on RE1, RE2, single family condo. All right, perfect. Now, whenever you come into the MLS, most of the time you're likely going to have a buyer that wants you to find a property that is available right now. Sometimes they don't want something that is coming soon, and sometimes they may not want something that is already under contract, where their contract would be considered a backup contract. So you can, of course, always select just active and then visit the settings button located here. You could give that a click and then click on set current selected search criteria as my starting default. What that will do is it will make, whenever you go into the RE1, RE2 section, it will just make active status selected the next time that you go into this category. Now, if you like that, you're going to need to do that for every single category below. All right, so we're going to keep going. All right, so we're going to do a quick little breakdown of the options. I wanted to cover a lot of those great options earlier in the hot sheet, including the option to search by complex name, which is subdivision name, one of these two options. But I'm going to show you one that's even better in just a moment. All right, so we have the ability to search by the primary type. Again, we're in the RE1, RE2 section. If we want to just search for single family homes, we can. If we want to just search for condos, maybe co-ops are property that's owned by likely an LLC directly. We can also search for villas or townhomes within this section. All right. However, as we saw in the hot sheet, if we click on any category, it's going to change the subtype below. All right. So now before we start searching, let's move down a little bit. All right, we have the option to search for if the property is waterfront or not. And there was a reason why earlier today I emphasized several times going over the meaning of RE1. So this field right here, this deals with if you have a buyer that wants to buy a single family home. We know that's what that means now with RE1. If they want to make sure that the property includes a pool, that's what this means. Where we see RE2 condo pool, it means that they want to buy a condo where a pool would be included as a amenity right here. If you want to make sure that the condo includes a pool, your best bet is to add the field remarks and then search using a wildcard. I would put in an asterisk, pool, asterisk. It will give me the units where they're referencing a pool that might be a part of the transaction. Further down, we can search for if the property is waterfront or not, but I want to make sure that I explain what the and, or, and not function, what that does in the MLS. So for example, we have a buyer. They're coming down from New York as an example. They want us to find a single family home that is waterfront, and they want to make sure that it is either near maybe a canal. They have a boat right that they're bringing down from New York. They want to make sure that it's a canal front. They might be interested in maybe lakefront property. Again, small boat. Just showing you guys several options on purpose. And then the next one is if the property's oceanfront. I want to make sure I explain what the and, or not is. You're going to notice I selected multiple. I selected oceanfront, lakefront, and I selected canal front. Whenever you click on or, which is the default from the system, or means that I will take some single family property that is a waterfront. I'll take some that are canal front. I'll take some listings that are lakefront, and I'll take some that is oceanfront. Now, if you select not, you're telling the system that I want everything else that I did not click on. So it's going to include everything else other than oceanfront, lakefront, and canal front. I click on and, which I'm not going to get anything because we're kind of mentioning different types of waterfront. If I do click on and in either the amenities field or waterfront description, it means that the properties that I find have to have the canal front, lakefront, or oceanfront available, meaning the listings have to mention all three. Now, I'm going to click on clear in the bottom left corner. When you click on clear, it will wipe everything out so that you can start over. So again, that's where we have the clear button. I'm going to click on active. The and button works better for amenities. So if you do select and, you have a buyer that says, hey, I want to make sure that there is a, for example, a boat dock option. I am coming down for with a boat. We're looking at condos. I want to make sure that there is a boat dock available. I also want to make sure that there is a pool available as an amenity for the condo. And I also want to make sure that there is a exercise room. Using and guarantees that everything that you selected, those 483 property have all of those three options. That is how the and works. I click on or, we're going to get way more listings, and it means that some of them are going to have a boat dock, some of them may have an exercise room, and some of them may have a pool. available. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on clear. I'm going to go back on active, and let's go ahead and give this a quick little run through, if you will, in the middle section. Right here, where you see map search, this will allow you to search for any property around a subject property. So, for example, you know of a property address in a given area. I'm just going to use this one real quick, 24504 Southwest 115 Court. All right. Once you find it, it's going to say, did you mean? You click on it, and then you can search for property under any status within a quarter mile or up to 25 miles from that subject property. This is also a fantastic option right here when conducting a CMA. All right. Perfect. We're going to click on clear, click on active, or if you want to search by address, you can search by address. You can click on more, and if you want to search using multiple addresses, you can. All right, so for example, street number 50 Biscayne, you can add multiple addresses, meaning if you want to search multiple condos, you can also search by street. All right, however, I don't recommend searching by area number, municipal code, township range, or section. That is a super old school way of searching. I would suggest to search, if you're searching wide, you have county, you can search using zip codes, you can use multiple like we did earlier in the Market Watch. You can also search by, for example, development name or complex name. This will find all of the units in the complex, but my personal favorite that I would suggest that you guys use is this one right here, which is sub, dev, complex, and legal. What it will guarantee is you will find all of the units either in a building or within a community, because it's also leveraging the legal description, which is required at the time that the agent inputted the property. So for example, you want to see all of the units in that's available for sale in Emerald Hills, type that out, and it will provide you with the 45 property that is available for sale. You can also add another area. We're going to do a comma. Let's add another one. Let's see, Silver Lakes. That's another good one. Silver Lakes. Whoops, there you go, Silver Lakes. And then it'll provide you those additional properties also located in that area. All right. You can search by geography area if you want, or we can use city. Now you can type them out, add a comma, or hit the double squares like we did earlier. So let's go ahead and do a search. Let's go ahead and look at single family homes. We're going to go under city. We're going to search in the Pembroke Pines market. We have a total of 183 matches. And let's search based on the budget of our client. We're going to be broad a little bit, but on purpose. Whenever you have this check mark here, if it's turned on, the system will automatically include the first set of 3 zeros in your price range. So for example, you have a client that wants to purchase property starting from 700,000 up to 1.4 million. You would put in 700,000-1400, creating that range. All right. We do have a total of 100 that is available. And then we can specify the bedrooms and bathrooms. So I'm going to say, for example, for a client, they're interested in 3 bedrooms. Now, if I type in 3, the system's only going to give me property that has 3 bedrooms that are available for sale. I put something like 2-3. I'm telling the system that I'll take 2 or up to 3. I put 3 plus. I'm telling the system 3 or more. I put a minus. I'm telling the system 3 or less. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 plus. For this, we're going to also put in 2 plus as well. Half baths, that can confuse people a little bit, but when it comes to half baths, all you need to do is input the amount of half baths that the buyer wants. They want 2 half baths. You just simply put in 2, and it will provide you with the results there. You can search by garage space, living area. For example, you have a client that wants, they say something like, I want to make sure that the property is between 1,000 square feet up to 1,800. You can create a range as well. All right, we're going to keep going. Excellent. So we do have 100 matches. From there, again, I'm keeping this broad for a reason. I'm going to explain why we're doing that in just a moment. I'm going to click on results. All right. All right, Adelina did have a question. Let's see. How can we look for, oh no, Nahim. How can we look for a duplex? Naheem, yes. Real quick, that's going to be under search, duplex. You're going to go in, you're not going to use this one. You're going to go into the RIN section, which is residential income. And then Alina said, is it possible to add a specific feature to the search like single home with tennis court? That's what I meant by earlier. If you were in the class this morning, or if you weren't, you would go here, go here, go into the MLS section, miamirealtors.com. Once you're there, scroll down on the right, and then go directly into the MLS input forms. Give that a click. Use that little search that I taught you guys. You could hit Command F. If you have a Mac, Control F. If you have a PC, and then you could type in, for example, tennis space. Let me see if I got anything for tennis court. All right, tennis court. All right there. I typed it in, and it told me that we could use a field by the name of view, meaning the property sees a view of a tennis court. That is one option. We would need to add the field view. We're going to add fields in just a moment. Once again. All right. Or we could use the field subdivision information where we have within the pick list. What I love about the field is it's required, meaning agents have to enter data. We can use community tennis court right there. All right. Just wanted to show you a couple of those different options as well. We have also under exterior features. This is, of course, assuming that the property comes with one, which is, I believe, Adelina, I believe that was your question. I would use the field exterior features where the property includes a tennis court. I want to say that's what you're asking me. That's going to be the best bet for that search. All right. Again, these input sheets, I'm not going to lie to you, they are your best friend in order to find exactly what you want. All right. We're going to keep going. All right. So real quick, guys, I want to make sure that I set you guys up with success. Again, this is recorded. Do not worry. I'm going to edit this recording, put it on YouTube. You guys are going to be the very first ones that came in today that will receive an email once it's ready. So do not worry. All right. So I want to make sure you guys are set up with success whenever you're searching for listings in the MLS. That's why I kind of kept this a little broad within the search. Let's go ahead and set you guys up where you have a grid that will tell you a lot of great information whenever you're searching in the MLS. So right here we have LP. LP means the current list price of the units that we see in the MLS. We're going to notice that some of them have a down arrow indicating to me that they have lowered the price. So let's see how much they originally listed these units for, so we can see if they are trying to sell the property fairly quickly. So I'm going to go over to LP. I'm going to click right next to the arrow. I'm going to click right here. All right. Once I click, I'm going to go down to insert column. Under search, I'm going to type in original list. That's going to give me access to the original list price. From there, I'm going to click on apply. All right. So for example, we have this one right here in Pembroke Lake South. It was originally listed at $1,145,000, but they have reduced it to $1,135,000. All right. Let's keep going. You never know. Again, we are dealing with a lot of investors that want to purchase right now, especially out-of-state buyers. They may ask you, what is the price per square feet of the property? Let's make sure that we have access to that data. Let's go over to subdivision complex. Again, you can do this anywhere, but I'm just making it where it's real nice and together where we can see it. We're going to go over to subdivision complex. We're going to click right here. We're going to go down to insert column. Bear with me a moment. Price. Sometimes the acronym, the information. There you go, right here. This is what we want. So the field we want is current. We just simply type in the word current. It's going to unlock it for us. Current price per square feet right there. All right. From there, I'm going to click on apply. This is going to let me see the price per square feet, as you can see. So for example, we have this one right here, priced at $1,350,000. We have the price per square feet at being $356.70 price per square feet. Now, if you don't know how to calculate price per square feet, that is going to be the asking price, because again, we're looking at the current price per square feet. It's going to be the asking price of the property divided by the living area is how we come up with the price per square feet. All right, so let's keep going. Let's add some additional information. I want to make sure that you guys also see the days on market. So let's come over here to ML number, move our mouse, go down to insert column, under search, let's add DOM. But there's two, you probably saw this one. I'm going to go over it. We're going to add it. We're going to first click on the DOM dash grid. I'm going to click on apply. All right, we're going to move over again. Let's add CDOM, ML number. We're going to click right here, go down to insert column, under search. I'm going to type in DOM again. DOM again. That's going to let me click now on the CDOM, which stands for cumulative days on market. I'm going to click on apply. Again, I'm going to explain what these are. I'm going to go over to CDOM. I'm going to click on CDOM. If I do so, this is how we can see fresh listings that just hit the MLS that do not have a larger amount of cumulative days on market. However, if I click it again, the arrow is going to point up, and then this is how we can truly see how long some of these listings have been in the MLS. Now, you're going to notice we have two different numbers that are drastically different. All right, so where we see DOM, this is going to let us know, for example, 19353 Southwest 60th Court. It's letting me know that this listing for this property has been listed for 86 days. However, if it was previously listed by this agent or another agent within 4 months of this listing, the property will accumulate additional days on the market, letting me see that this one here has been on the market for 1,146 days. Now, I am not saying to not include this property if you were to send it directly to your buyer. What I would want you to do is to take, if you haven't already, take this CMA workshop class or take our Matrix 301. Make sure that this property is priced fairly competitively and not potentially overpriced. Another thing that you can do, again, I'm not saying that is the case for this property. Another thing that you would want to do if you're working with an investor, right? You would want to get a full potential breakdown of that property. A good website to do so is by going to easytitlesearch.com. You can go into the section pricing, and then if you want to get a full breakdown of that property, including violation information, liens, etc., you can do so by going to this website. I'm going to go and put it into chat real quick. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for your patience. All right. Perfect. All right. Excellent. So we are going to go over a little bit, guys. The reason being is this is roughly around a 90-minute class, and we're almost done, though. I am going to go ahead and go over auto email in just a moment, and also concierge mode. But my goal today is to make sure that you guys are seeing the true breakdown of these listings once they're added into the MLS. All right, so we have that CDOM. We did click on it where we can see the listings that have been on the market the longest. You can click on CDOM again. This is how we see truly those fresher listings that just hit the MLS. Now, you're going to notice, I want to make sure I mention this. When it starts with the letter R, there might be an inaccuracy when it comes to the CDOM. I do believe we're working on fixing that, but as long as it starts with the letter A and F, the cumulative days on market should be generating data very clearly within the system. When in doubt, just go by DOM. That will tell you how long this listing has been listed. Now, if you want to keep this information where we have CDOM, the cumulative days on market, the current price per square feet, the list price, the original list price, if you guys want to keep this information, what you want to make sure that you do is come over here where you see the settings bar, give that a click, and then click on set current display, sort order, and count per page as my starting default. Go ahead and give that a click. All right, that way you will have it always. Now, I would also suggest to save it as a backup. Click on the pen and paper because sometimes we may accidentally hit reset. Save this as a display. That way you always have it. Click on the pen and paper. Under the display name, go ahead and put in, for example, we're going to keep this super basic. We're going to put in buyer grid, just something like that as the display name. Click on Save Changes. And then if you did accidentally click on Reset, as long as you saved it as a display, you can go under Display and then select your buyer grid, which will provide you with that data, as you can see. All right. All right, so Liddell did have a great question. She did mention the SP right here. This means the sold price per square feet. Now, we're looking at active listings. That's why it's blank. However, if I went under criteria, I switched it over to closed instead of on the market, then the sell price per square feet will show. I mean, not the price per square feet. I meant to say the sell price. I'm so sorry. The sell price will show up right here. All right, let me move over real quick. We also have access to the square footage, the type of property, the years that they were built, garage spaces, if they do include a pool or not, if they're waterfront, that's what the WF means, if they're waterfront, and then the design, if they're attached to another unit, or if they are standalone property, we have that information here under design. All right, we're going to keep going. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Let's go ahead and go under search. We're going to click on RE1, RE2 single family condo. We're going to add some super duper important fields that is going to help you narrow down your search. Sometimes you have an owner, a buyer, I should say, that does not want for you to send them property that isn't a 55 or older community. They may not want you to send them distressed properties. So you would want to do is filter those out. If they don't apply, you would go under additional fields and then add the field under search short sale. Once you find it, click on add. You could add REO for bank-owned property. Go here, go there, click on add. Next one is HOPA, which is the Housing of Older Peoples Act. HOPA, I'm going to click on HOPA, click on add. Another fantastic one, guys, is type of association. Once we type it out, we can click on it, click on add. As you never know, you may have a customer that may not want to be a part of an association. So we're just going to search for a standard single family home real quick. Single, we're going to do condos next. Single family, single. All right, we do want it to be waterfront. We're going to say yes. We want the property to include a pool as well. All right, bringing it down to 2,550. And we want to eliminate distressed properties, bank-owned properties, and let's also, hold on, I just lost it. Let me go. Oh, there you go, HOPA. HOPA, I'm going to say no HOPA as well. Again, no HOPA. We're also saying no to short sale, no to REO, giving us 2011 matches. All right, from there, let's search within, let's mix this up. Let's look at Doral. All right, excellent. There's only 2 are available where they have a pool. I'm going to unselect pool for a reason. I just want a little bit more matches so that we can, again, they are waterfront. Let's go ahead and create a little bit of a price parameter. Again, we only have 5. Let's look. I'm pretty familiar with the market over there. We'll do start at 800,000. Let's go ahead and look up to, let's say 2 million. There you go. All right, because I'm not sure what those prices are. Just want to create a quick little range. We do have 3 within those prices between 800,000 to 2 million. Let's go ahead and say that they are 3 plus for bedrooms, 2 plus for bathrooms. And yes, we're able to maintain those 3 units. All right. From there, in order to save a search, if you ever create a search, you want to save it. Go into results, click the square in the top left corner, go down to save, and then click on new saved search. All right, I'm going to do that again. All right, so you're going to click the square at the top, go down to save, click on new saved search, and then you can name it. you can name that search. So again, this was Doral single family. All right, 3 plus, 2 plus. We can assign it directly to one of our customers if we have them in the system, or we can create the contact from there. All right. You can also enable the search as a favorite search on your one home tab in the main menu. I'm going to click on that, click on save. All right, when I do that, if you do enable it as a favorite search, click on my matrix, and then you will find under my favorite searches that search that you just saved as a favorite search. You'll now have this widget available. All right, let's do another search. I'm going to go back under search. This time we're going to do a auto email. I'm going to go under RE1, RE2 single family condo. We're going to mix this up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and look for not necessarily new construction condos, but they are, again, assessments is what's, I feel like assessments is what's causing all of these condo units to be added to the MLS where we have a lot of them for sale. You never know. You may have a buyer that says, hey, find me a condo unit from a fairly, recently built condo. You can go under RES property type, condo, co-op, villa, townhouse, type of property, condo. All right, let's go ahead and say that we're searching in, for example, Fort Lauderdale, comma, let's search in Miami Beach. They're interested in both areas. All right, from there, let's search within a price parameter. Let's go ahead and search from 700,000 up to, let's say, 950,000. All right, it's creating that range. We do have a total of 305 units. They want a 2-2, and we would want to go under year built and then find, fairly recent condo buildings that were built. Let's just use 1995 as a reference, 1995 or newer. We would hit 1995 plus, providing us with a total of 44 matches. Now, when it comes to condos, it can be sometimes you may have a client that wants to make sure that there is an expectation when it comes to the size of the unit. For example, maybe they say, find me a condo that's between 800 square feet up to, let's say, 1,400. And then what that will do is create a range based on the size of the living area. All right, from there, we do have 39 matches. Let's tighten that up a little bit. Maybe the client says 800, but no more than 1,000. We have 7 matches available. All right, that were built. The buildings were built from 1995 up till now. I'm going to click on results. All right, and let's go ahead and create that auto email. Let's go to the top left corner, click the square. Excellent, excellent. And then from there, in order to create the auto email, go here where you see save, and then go right here where you see new auto email. All right. From there, what I would highly suggest that you guys do is to create a contact for yourself. That way you know what the properties look like from your client's perspective once that you receive them in one home. All right. I would suggest to go ahead and input your first, your last name, and your non-MLS email located here. Meaning I wouldn't use my professional email to test it. Why do I say that? Is because your primary email address that you use in the MLS is reserved for your Matrix account. So create an account using I call your Amazon, your Netflix email address, your non-professional email. That way you can register and see exactly what your client sees if they were to access the listings. Now, you could do it that way, or you can go into the gateway. I do want to also make sure I mention that you guys have a brand new button called the agent portal, the one home agent portal. This will allow you to see what your clients see if they were to access listings. So these are going to be your clients right here. You can click on preview account. That's going to let you see what they see, including all of the listings via the Miami Gateway. You would just simply go directly into that button that's going to give you access. All right. Excellent. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and select my contact, my customer. I'm going to move down to subject. And this is going to be the subject that they see whenever they start getting listings from the MLS. So we're going to do FTL plus Miami Beach condos 1995 plus right there. All right. And this is the welcome email. I'm going to go and put this into chat so you guys have access to it. I did modify it. All right. If you guys want to borrow mine, you're more than welcome. I put that in chat. And then Kim asked a good question. What is a duplex or triplex? Those are income producing units. The better way of just explaining it is, let me just show you. I'm more of a visual learner anyway. Duplex, Miami. Let's put that duplex. I'll show you. All right. For example, that's a decent example. Here's a better example of a duplex right here, right there. All right, we're going to keep going. All right, let me go back. So again, we're creating that subject. This is my welcome email. I put the following. I've set up a new saved search for you on One Home. I'll send you any new or updated listings that match what you're looking for. Please be sure to set up your One Home account because they need to. They have to register whenever you send them that welcome email. They need to register their One Home account so that they can enter. Now, they don't have to register to see the listings, but if they want to add notes to those to the properties, favorite or conduct their own separate searches, they're going to need to register. So we're emphasizing that here, One Home account, so that you are able to save and favorite listings. Let me know what you think of the listings. We can adjust your saved search at any time. You can also like or dislike and leave notes for me on any listing, your realtor. I put my name. And if you want to keep this forever and always, once you type out the message so that you don't have to do this next time, click the settings button and then click on set current message as my default welcome email text. That way you'll have that for the next customer. Now, again, we're doing an auto email. What is an auto email? An auto email means that they're going to get this very first set of listings. If anything enters into the MLS moving forward, meaning other agents list property based on the criteria that we selected, our clients will receive the available properties as they hit the MLS. So that's where we have a recurring email. So if they get another email tomorrow with brand new listings that matches the price, the fields that we use to search, we want to make sure that we set up a recurring email message. I just put something super basic like, I found these additional listings for you to look over. Something super basic and easy. You can also click the settings button and then click on set current message as my default. That way you have that forever and always. All right. So we're going to keep going. This is why we built that email signature this morning so that they can see our contact information. Now, you can select the language that they see. I'm going to click back on welcome email. You can switch the language from English or Español, as you can see, and it will switch the information once you send it. So I'm going to just switch it back to English. All right, we're going to move down. And then in order to set up the auto email, you're going to skip settings, this section. This is reserved for concierge mode. We're going to do that next. In order to create the auto email, you're going to come down to schedule, and then you're going to set it up. If I click on ASAP, it means that my customer will get an email every single time that a property is entered into the MLS that matches our search criteria. All right. Now, we did a broad search. We did do Fort Lauderdale and we did do Miami Beach. We also know if once we do that 1004 MC report for condos in these areas, we're going to see that there's 9 to 10 months of supply. Why do I bring that up? An ASAP option may not be good for this type of search. That means that our client's going to be inundated with emails. All right. I would suggest instead in this scenario to select daily. I'm not saying ASAP is a bad idea. I'm just saying that know your customer. If sometimes they don't want to receive a ton of emails, ASAP means that they will get an email each and every time a property hits the MLS based on what they want. I would instead use maybe an option for daily where they receive them either in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, or in the afternoon at 8 p.m. as well. All right, now here's what I like to do. You can select different options. Now, for example, you want them to receive them, for example, Monday through Friday in the afternoon. You can give that a click. If you want for them to receive them in the morning on the weekends, you can select those instead. Why am I showing you this? Most of the time, our customers, they're busy like we are, and they're not looking at their personal emails during the weekdays until they get home. Now, the weekend, most of us have more free time. I know that's subjective, where we can set them up to receive an email as soon as they wake up on the weekend. Again, these are interchangeable. You can select whatever it is that you want. All right. Monthly, I would not use monthly for a serious buyer that needs to move into a property as soon as possible. I would use monthly in the scenario that I have a buyer that reached out to me saying, "Hey, I'm not interested right now. Go ahead and take my email address. You can go ahead and set them up on a monthly email, and then if they do find something they're interested in, they already have our contact information, and then they can reach out." I'm going to say for this one, daily, and then I'm going to click on save. All right. So as soon as I do that, I have now officially created a auto email. Now, as I mentioned earlier, anything that you create, you're going to find it here under the My Matrix section, including any auto emails that you've created in the past. I'm going to go ahead and click on auto email, and I want to make sure that you guys understand what you see when you come into the auto email section. All right. Whenever we see this little red exclamation point, it's letting me know that the search was deactivated either by the customer or it was deactivated because they have not accessed that auto email within the past 45 days. All right, whenever we see the little green circle with the white circle in the middle, it means that they need to access their welcome email. Now, if your client reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I didn't receive that welcome email," click the down arrow and then click on resend the welcome email. If they ever, maybe they get approved, maybe they do a DU, right? Desktop underwriter. Maybe they get approved for a specific budget. You can click on criteria and then you can change the price point down to the price that they're looking for, and then click on save. And then from there, you can go all the way down and then click on save if it's a concierge. All right. Otherwise, you just clicking save from here will automatically update the auto email. All right. Whenever we see the green with the white check mark, that means we're good to go. That means that our client accessed the auto email. They are still set to receive additional auto emails as well. And they did register their One Home account. Another thing I want to make sure I mention is under My Matrix, you can also go under contacts, and then you can go directly into your client's record. I'm going to click on their name. Again, go to My Matrix, click on contacts, select the customer that you sent listings to. Let me go and click on this one. And then from there, you can see all of the auto emails that you've set up for them. If you've saved any listing to them for them in a cart, how many CMAs you've generated, how many one-time emails that you've sent them, how many searches that they have set up, and including One Home searches. Another fantastic option is also reverse prospecting as well. I'm going to go over that in just a moment once we do a search, but reverse prospecting will allow, if you ever do send listings directly to your client, it will allow you to see if the listing agent wrote back to you, letting you know if they're going to have maybe a price decrease as an option, or if they want to let you know if the property is available for showings. All right, so I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a moment. We're almost done. I'm going to go back under search. Let's go back into the section RE1, RE2, single family condo. All right, and then this time around, let's look at, we did condos last. Let's do townhomes. Let me go to RES property type, townhomes, townhouse. All right, we're going to move down for city. And then under city, let's look at Doral. Let's look at Cutler Bay. Just want a couple of different data sets for us to look at. All right. And then from there, again, these are going to be the areas that our client wants to purchase. We're going to move up. Their price range was, their budget for this one, 500,000 up to 750. And we come back with 31 matches. Let's go ahead and put in 3 bedrooms. This is exactly what they want. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. All right. That's going to bring us down to 18 matches. All right. And then from there, you can enter if you want. I just showed you guys earlier if you want to search by living area, the year that they were built. Maybe they want fairly new construction. We could do 2020 plus. All right. We do have 2 matches. All right. From there, actually, let's go down a little bit on year built. Let's do 2013 plus. All right. Yeah, I just want a little bit more to look at so I can go over what concierge mode is. All right, from there, we're going to click on results, and concierge mode works the same way initially to access it as a standard auto email. All right, so what was concierge mode? Concierge mode is going to require for you to approve the listings before your client is able to access them. You would accept or reject the listings before they are sent to your client. Why would you want to do that? Maybe we have a customer that wants to make sure that there is very specific interior features, exterior features, and then maybe, and again, I say this respectfully, there might be some agents out there that may include, for example, they take photos, there might be a hole in a wall, right? Or maybe there is a leak in the ceiling. And then our buyer does not want that type of property. This allows you to filter through these listings as they hit the MLS before your client sees them. All right. So from there, in order to create the concierge email, we're going to click square in the top left corner, go down to save, and then we're going to click on new auto email. All right. From there, select your contact, enter the subject of the search. This was Doral and Cutler Bay. All right, townhomes. All right, we have that welcome recurring email set up already. We're going to go down this time to settings. We're going to click on enable concierge mode. You'll notice once I click that, it gets rid of the auto email option further down. All right, from there, this is super duper important. Matrix alerts you on the home page automatically as new matches are found. Make sure that you have this selected. You want to make sure that you receive an email as soon as these listings hit the MLS so that you know that you have to approve or reject the property as they're listed in the MLS. You want to make sure that you get an email alerting you that you have to approve or reject. This one's optional. You have show this contact and reverse prospecting results. What this will mean if you turn it on, it's going to mean that the listing agent is going to know that their listing was included within a search. What they can do from there is they're not going to see your buyer's information or your customer's information. They're just going to see your information. And should they want to provide you with an update, they're going to reach out to you. For example, maybe there's a price decrease or an upcoming open house, they can contact you. Another thing is you can also click on enable as a favorite search on one home tab if you will also want to include this exact search on your matrix dashboard. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on save, go to approvals. Once I click on save, go to approvals, our client, our customer has not yet received the properties yet. From there, what we would want to do is go through the properties, look at the photos, make sure that they're the right fit for our customer before we send them. So I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to say that these are going to be the listings that we want to send to our client. Once we select them, we click on Approve Selected. And then our client is going to get an email of those listings. I'm going to say that these are the property that I don't want to send to my client. I'm going to select and then click on Reject. Voila, that is essentially concierge mode. But we're going to pretend that it is the next day, meaning Thursday. We're going to pretend in our head that we got an email from Matrix letting us know that brand new listings have come in that matches what our customer wants. From there, you're going to go into my Matrix. Starting tomorrow, you're going to go here. You're going to now have a section that says concierge mode right here. From there, locate your client. This was the one we've been working with. And then anything that just came into the MLS, you're going to go through the photos like you did. You're going to look at the property, and then you're going to make your decision on if you want to accept or reject from there. And then voila, you are good to go.